Arr, welcome aboard my ship. I'm Captain Sullivan, and we are back. I believe this is episode 7. I've recorded like 4 episodes this morning of Katawa Shoujo. I just can't get enough. I did finally, however, blow out the blueberry scone candle, and that means that this is the last one for this morning. Yeah, so where we last left off, we had tea with Lily, wonderful lady. We also met the librarian, Yuko. We also saw the shy girl that I keep seeing, Hanako. Her name, by the way, reminded me of my favorite anime, FLCL. One of the main characters is named from that. It's not the same name or anything, and I knew it wasn't, but I got excited in the moment, and then I was more excited by the game, so I said I'd just come back to it later. Well, here's later. They're nothing alike at all, but I just kind of really enjoyed, I thought of that, and I was like, whoa, wait, and I was like, no, wait, hold on, that's not it. And then after that, we heard about what is clearly a true thing from Kenji. Kenji told us about the feminist invasion, or what word did he use? It's nonsense nonetheless. But anyway, now we're back at the next day, so let's get back into the game, shall we?
I feel very tired this morning, probably because yesterday itself was a very tiring day. On top of that, I woke up far earlier than necessary. After saying hi to Shizune and Misha, I start doing the work as instructed from the board. It already looks like today is going to be heavy. I don't have a problem with that now, though. Shizune and Misha Shizune and Misha might jump on me trying to get an answer about whether or not I've decided to join the student council, even if it's just one day. I wouldn't put it past them to try, and I don't have an answer for them if they do, so situation is convenient for me. About 10 minutes into class, Hanako walks in and takes a seat, but no one looks at her. The teacher doesn't even comment on her lateness. He does, however, stop us to say that we're going to break into groups again. Here we go, guys. I turn my head and see that Shizune and Misha are looking at me. Shizune gives me a smile that is equal parts cute and menacing. This is a smile that says, "We have you now. There is no escape."
He-chan! It looks like we're together again! Yay, yay!
Oh god. Misha leans sideways while Shizune pushes her desk closer to mine. There really is no escape now unless I were to jump through the window. Jumping out the window isn't the best option, sadly.
What's wrong, He-chan? Oh, He-chan. Have you been thinking about what you said yesterday? You said that you would think about joining the student council, didn't you? It's okay, He-chan. We were talking about it after you left, and it would be rude to expect you to already have an answer for us this early, right? Right? Ha!
I'm so happy you two are able to have a laugh at my expense, and even more pleased to know that you both know how crazy the two of you can be. Now that that's over, Shizune snaps back into serious mode and smacks today's assignment with the back of her hand in an overly dramatic and important way. When I actually look at the stuff, it's mostly just reading. In fact, there are only 2 problems. I almost want to say something about how her rush to get started seems a bit much considering the small amount of work. In fact, Shizune probably knows how little there is, and simply doesn't care. Yeah, it seems like the workload doesn't matter to her as much as the fact that there is work. The actual amount is unimportant. She approaches everything with the same level of ambition.
Oh, it's,
Calm down, guys. Don't make eye contact. Don't let her know that we're here. While I'm reading, I let my eyes wander around the room and catch Hanako trying her hand at solving the problems. It looks like she's working alone. I can't remember seeing her working with other people before. Thinking back to how shy she is, it's understandable.
Hey, that girl over there. Huh? Who, He-chan? Her. Hanako. Over there. Does she always work alone? I think so, He-chan. Do you feel sorry for her because she's alone? No, I was just thinking that maybe she could work with us or something. No, I don't think that would be a good idea, He-chan. Why not? She-chan wouldn't get along with her. Why?
Misha shuffles around the question, letting out a laugh that sounds very strange. It's nervous, but still has that lighting up and down quality present in everything she says.
Just because, He-chan.
By now, Shizune has noticed our conversation, and it makes me realize again how Misha has been signing everything she has been saying this whole time.
What, Shi-chan? The friend of my enemy is my enemy? That sounds so harsh. I'm not gonna say that.
You said it anyway.
I know, He-chan. It's fine if you overhear.
I wonder if this is Misha's way of keeping things fair, since without her, I wouldn't be able to understand the things Shizune is saying, and vice versa. Is that also why she signs all the time? So there is never a conversation Shizune will be left out of?
Anyway, we should start on the problems now, He-chan. I don't like that they don't get along, and I want to know why, because I'm going to pick sides, and I feel it. We'd have to default and pick Lily.
We finish with time to spare, and I decide to ask if there are any alternatives to the cafeteria, as frankly, the food so far has been subpar. This sends Shizune and Misha arguing among themselves about their favorite restaurants. All of them are downtown, so I don't think we have time to go all the way there. What about the bill? Are they arguing just for the fun of it? Maybe. They seem so distracted by it that they don't even notice the start of the actual lunch break. I look over my shoulder towards the back of the classroom. She seems to be studying her notes from the previous class. It's an odd sight. Everyone in the class is busying themselves with the lunch break, socializing, gossiping, rearranging desks. The ones with actual boxed lunches mixed in and chattering like everyone else, so only interrupted by short bouts of eating. But when I watch Hanako, it feels that I'm the only one who could see her, almost as if she was invisible, sort of hiding in plain sight. Is she being bullied? Is she isolating herself from the rest of the class on her own accord? I see her look over her shoulder towards the classroom's rear door. Come to think of it, she hasn't turned a page since I've started watching her. I guess she's waiting for someone. What to do?
Oh no. Okay, well, this is what I want to do, but no, it cannot be the right answer. I want to talk to Hanako. I feel bad about the other day, and I want to find a way so she can be comfortable around me. I also do feel bad for not waiting for Shizune and Misha to come to a decision, I guess, because, like, they're my friends. They care about me. They've been so helpful so far. But why don't they like Hanako? And what did Hanako do? I'm gonna read my book.
I do what I always do when I don't know what to do.
Oh, damn it.
Like now. I've already started on one of the books I borrowed yesterday, and took it with me to school to fill the empty moments between classes. I find the page that I creased a quarter of to mark the spot I left yesterday night, and pick up from there.
Don't dog your pages, bro. It's alright, I'll let you slide, because you're me right now.
Misha and Shizune are still arguing heatedly, probably about restaurants still. If I joined them, I'd just get caught up in that, or worse, get grilled about joining the student council. Misha isn't speaking aloud since there is nobody who'd need to hear what they are talking about. But why does she tend to sign things even when Shizune doesn't need to understand what's being said? Or even more strangely, when Shizune is not around at all? What an odd conflict of habits. I find it hard to focus on the book, and besides, the lunch break beckons me to leave the dullness of the classroom. I do so, heading down for the cafeteria. Misha and Shizune have come to the conclusion of one kind or another, follow in my wake, though still talking in their animated fashion.
Man, should I went and talked to her?
Just around the corner of the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a runaway train.
Another one? Stop it! Okay, new person. Now, I don't have a voice for you, and you look like you would have been just as good for the...
Opening my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes looking up at me. They belong to the perpetrator, a short girl who bumped into me and has now fallen down onto the hallway floor. She wears a PE uniform with a very worried frown. The former strikes me as a rather strange thing to have on during a lunch break. More striking than that, though, is that she doesn't have legs. Or she does, but they're not flesh and bone. Her pale and very much flesh and bone thighs end in shins and feet made of some black metallic or plastic-like material. They look disturbingly artificial and unnatural. It almost makes me forget that my chest is hurting.
Well, okay, just so you know, that's the kind of... They make those specifically for running, for disabled people. I know about those. I've seen some pretty cool stuff about that.
The girl winces a little, rubs her nose, and jumps up.
No, what can I do for her? Well, if we do this one, we can do... No, that's not good either. Guys, voices are hard when you have this many females, and 2 of them are similar looking, similar style. So let's just go with, let's go. Oh man, hey, are you alright? I'm sorry about that, really. I wasn't looking where I was going, and I just come out of nowhere. Sorry.
She's looking really apologetic in the hurt puppy way of looking apologetic. I quickly forget about being angry or anything since hurt puppies are my weak spot.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Ugh.
Oh no. I say that, but there's a stinging pain growing in my chest, and I know that this is about the biggest possible danger for my condition. Don't overexert yourself, don't forget your medication, and most of all, don't get hit in the chest. I try to rub my solar plexus to chase the pain away, holding my breath in an attempt to hear my heartbeat. Uh-oh, guys. It seems normal.
Oh, thank goodness. I already forgot the voice I did because I got panicked by the heart attack. Hey, should I get a nurse? That's the voice I'm going to use. It's a little better.
The worried, high-pitched voice of the girl snaps me out of it.
Now I need that other voice.
I stare at her for a few seconds dumbfounded until I realized that I probably looked worse off than I really was, doubled over myself and looking all tense. Damn, I overly worried about my heart.
No need. I'm fine.
Managing to say something in response, I pull myself upright, feeling my sore ribs one last time, and take a deep breath. She just knocked the wind out of me. Big time. But it's nothing more than that.
You sure you're okay? I hit you pretty hard. I'm gonna give her kind of more of like an angsty voice. Alright, there we go. I hope I didn't use that one already, guys. I'm tired. It's okay. I said it was fine, and nothing's broken. No harm done. That's good. I
feel a hand on my shoulder at the same time the girl...
Whoa. Oh, hold on. I was reading. What happened?
I feel a hand on my shoulder at the same time as the girl's eyes widen in horror, and whatever she was saying gets interrupted by a very horrified... I don't have time to look behind me because Shizune is already shoving me aside and stomping over to the girl, signing furiously at her.
Miss Barazaki, I saw that. Running in the halls is strictly forbidden.
Misha translates right on Shizune's tail, but her voice is girlishly playful, not full of the divine fury Shizune's arm movements would seem to call for.
Sorry, I was just to get some stuff, and I was in kind of a hurry. You have been told this 1,000 times before. Your reckless behavior endangers other students, and even worse, it's explicitly against the school regulations.
The girl brushes and starts to fidget nervously like a little child caught misbehaving. It's so cute I find myself smiling.
I know that. I was just... Make sure that this will not happen again. Although I'm sure telling you this is futile and only causes me further headache when you choose to ignore the regulations. Got that, Emmy? I like that name.
The small girl sticks her tongue out in response.
I gotta go. Wrong voice, sorry. Teacher will have my head. I promised to help with printouts, but I wasn't running. But I went running instead. Sorry, but I gotta change in everything.
Before Micha and Shizune can say anything, she's already bolted off from where she was a second ago, almost halfway towards the stairwell. Shizune looks like she's about to go nuclear on the spot, so I smile at her in a vain attempt to calm her down.
Are you okay, Shan? God, that last name. That Ibarazaki girl is always like that, causing trouble to others. I'm pretty certain Shizune wouldn't call me He-chan. Never mind. Yeah. Anyway, I'm okay. I just got the wind knocked out of me. That's great, He-chan. I wouldn't call that great, but I let it slide this one time. We have to run now. There is an important student council meeting regarding the festival, and we finally decided where to eat. Too bad you can't join, but this lunch meeting is only for council members. We can take you there some other time. Oh, but that'd be like a date, wouldn't it? That makes that date so much better.
The girls leave for downstairs. I didn't manage to get far from the third floor hallway before all this commotion struck. Literally, I should get going as well. The lunch in the afternoon class passed uneventfully. I read most of the book I had started yesterday, and ate some of the mostly inedible offerings of the cafeteria. The class is tiresome. The teacher seems like an okay person despite the weird first impression I got, and the material was relatively interesting. However, the way he teaches is really bizarre. It's as if he expects that everyone is a natural genius. When the final bell sounds, I realize that there is still a lot of time left in the day, and I'm left wondering what to do. It's odd, at the hospital I had 24 hours a day of free time, but here, filling the considerably shorter hours feels difficult. Everyone else leaves, and I'm left alone with the teacher. Mutao is examining the assignment sheets we were working on earlier, marking them with a red ball pen. Raising his eyes from his papers briefly, he notices me and furrows his brow. "What is it, Malachi?" I jump at him addressing me, but I guess it's natural to spark some conversation since there's nobody else around.
Nothing. Thinking about what I do after school.
The teacher slowly puts the cap on his pen he is holding and arranges his papers into a stack, clacking it against the desk twice. He seems very methodical, and for a brief moment I'm reminded of Shizune, but the teacher is more unhurried and relaxed, much more routine. "You have no plans?"
No, I consider joining a club, but don't know what kind of club would interest me.
"Go observe a meeting of someone else's club. Might pique your interest."
I guess. But I don't know how to continue from there. Mutao looks at me in a way that makes me quickly want to take the words back to avoid a conversation. But I can't, so I have to forge ahead.
I just don't know how to deal with people. I mean, the other students. I'm talking to people and everything, so it's not that I'd be isolated or anything. I just don't know what to think about. The disabilities, it's like, it feels that I'm being impolite if I pay attention to them, and it's weird to ignore them. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. The teacher scratches his cheek absentmindedly, looking very... Whoops, I'm gonna do that line again.
The teacher scratches his cheek absentmindedly, looking very unresponsive.
"These things are only an issue if you make them one."
Oh, perfect. The captain voice is saying the thing that I said a lot.
"You can talk normally with someone, even if they're blind or something. Try to look behind the superficial. There's not a single student here who isn't just a normal kid behind whatever they might seem at first glance."
He says the same thing as Yuko did. I know they're right, but it's hard. How can you not consider, for example, Shizune's deafness, when the only way to communicate her is to talk through Misha? Or Hanako. It's not like you can ignore her face.
But...
I am interrupted by the door of the classroom suddenly slamming open.
Teacher!
Misha crashes in, hands straight in an enthusiastic greeting, her voice loud and lively enough to wake the dead from their graves. She starts towards the teacher's desk with her bouncing step, hands energetically swinging with rhythm. Mutao, visibly dismayed at the interruption, and Misha in general, slumps in his chair. "Mikado." Misha stops in her tracks and looks around cluelessly, as if she's sensing from his tone that something's wrong, but has no idea what.
Yes?
We have talked about the volume control before.
Yes.
Yes.
But she doesn't lower her voice at all, and the teacher just rubs his eyes.
So, what is it?
We need help. We're running out of supplies for the festival stands. This is under stress.
She waves her pink slip of paper she's holding around.
So, go get more supplies from the art room. What's the problem with that?
No, plywood. Plywood is always the problem. Last time we wanted more, there was only a little, but that time we just took it all and went with that. Now there's like none left there. So, do you know where there is some?
I don't understand. How would I know?
She-chan, I mean, the president thought the teacher would know if there's plywood. What, was she wrong?
Muto looks like he is in great pain, frowning with his entire essence, and Misha doesn't get it at all. Looking at two of them communicate is terrible, like looking at a man being tortured by drilling his skull open while blasting pop music at full volume at the same time. That's a good description of this.
I'm afraid I have no idea if there is any plywood in the school, let alone where it would be if there was any.
Aw, what should I do?
Perhaps try to find Mr. Nomaya. I'm quite sure he would know where to find everything you need. You'd have to pry them from his cold, dead hands, but that's a different matter.
Ah! I don't have time! We're so busy!
She holds her head with both her hands, looking as despairing as it's possible for a person like her. Without even noticing, she crumples the note she's holding against her hair.
Oh, I should have been fetching these things! There's so much to do and we're falling behind a schedule!
Muto looks at her gravely, and then suddenly smiles. Smiling doesn't really fit his face. I think it'd be better if he didn't.
I wonder if you could get some temporary help.
Oh no. He switches to staring at me focusedly, with a hard expression, as if trying to say, go make some friends.
I guess I can give you a hand.
You can? Thanks, Ichan. You are really nice.
Dang it.
She pauses, does a double take, and then points at me with a finger, saying,
Ah!
and looking very puzzled.
Come to think of it, what's Hichan doing here? Class is over. You should be having fun.
We just had a little chat.
Oh no. It's not the tension, is it? Are you in trouble, Hichan? Blink once if yes. Blink twice if no.
Don't know why I looked at the mic. You guys can't see that. No, I'm not.
Is Hichan in trouble, teacher?
No, he's not.
Muto sighs deeply, and I feel that I have to help Misha to get her off the teacher's back.
So what do you need?
Here's a list. I could try to find a plywood from somewhere if there's none in the art room.
She offers me the note she's holding. I take it, hesitating a bit.
I said I'd help you, but this has no implications on whether I'm joining the council or not.
Aww. Still, thanks, Hichan. Try to be quick. We're on the stall building we are in the stall building streak now. We must hurry, hurry, hurry.
She bounds out of the classroom, leaving me and the teacher looking at each other with something that feels like a silent agreement.
Well, there you have it, Nakai. You have something to do now.
Please don't sound so smug.
Looking at the list with the number of items ranging from paint to plywood, all written with small, neat handwriting that is undoubtedly Shizune's, I heave a sigh.
I'll be going then.
Waving the long list limply at the teacher, I exit to the hallway. The classroom's closest to ours are designated belonging to classes 3-1 and 3-2 on the right side, and 3-4 on the left side, each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor, still with identical doors, are rooms that I didn't think were used for classes. I guess the art room is not a classroom as such. I carefully push open the furthest door and peek in. It's a classroom, but it seems rather badly kept or not in use. Am I in the right place? Desks and chairs are all around the room, a thin layer of dust settled on them. There are some easels in the corner, so at least this looks like the right place. The room is flushed in sunlight from the big windows, shadows creeping all over the desks. Specks of dust are dancing in the stagnant air, making the beams of light almost visible. Jokingly, I call into the empty room. Anybody hurt? Something catches my eye, and I stop mid-sentence.
There's another one! I know this video is being cut short early, but I've messed up a lot of basic sentences in this one, and I think you can agree that maybe I should respect this game enough to call it quits right here. She's just trying to eat lunch, and I'm really excited. It's the girl with no arms. I am very ready. I am very excited. This is super cool. I love this game. So yeah, hopefully we find art supplies, and hopefully this girl is friendly, and maybe, just maybe, we could try to make friends with Shy Girl, because we're bad at it. But anyways, guys,
I've been Captain Solomon. Y'all have been aboard me ship. And
see you in the next video. Take it easy.